Here you can fully immerse yourself in the elegance of the Song dynasty 1,000 years ago. This is Hangzhou.
身后就是这个茶店。
Westlake is the muse of Chinese poets, while Hangzhou represents the harmony between humans and nature.
接下来，我将用3天时间拜访千年寺庙，体验上香和抽签，去种茶的小村子里看一看，环七湖骑行，寻找3处秘境，去老街看看中国几十年来的变化，最后前往一个数字主题街区，体验 VR 敦煌洞窟。
Hangzhou is located in one of China's most developed urban clusters, just a 1-hour high-speed rail ride from Shanghai. For the past 2,000 years, Hangzhou has expanded gradually around Westlake.
在这可以看到古典和现代之间有着清晰的界限。
I'm going to visit Feilai Peak next.
"现在是早上7点钟，灵隐寺里面还是挺幽静的，不过已经有游客陆续过来。
It has long been said that making wishes at Lingyan Temple is very efficacious. Nowadays, it's very popular among young Chinese people to visit temples to pray and make wishes. There's even a popular joke that says, "Between working and striving, I chose to pray."
现在正在佛殿前面，然后佛殿这边是殿内的佛像是禁止拍照。
Photography is generally prohibited in front of Buddha statues and temples, so I just took a few shots of the pilgrims instead. Continuing upward, I passed through the Mahavira Hall and arrived at the Medicine Buddha Hall. Coincidentally, a Buddhist ceremony was about to begin here.
请问这是送什么经呀？送啊，什么经啊？送我什么经啊？
华严经，
保平安的啦。寺庙里的这种诵经，虽然听不懂他在说什么，但是总是觉得心里面很感动，就是有一种就不知道从何升起的这种很共鸣，甚至有点想哭的感觉。
In the temple, I see faces upon faces praying for health, wealth, and love's embrace. We share the same aspiration, so when you gaze at them, you can understand the Buddha's compassion for all sentient beings.
现在我从灵隐寺出来，然后前往永福寺上香。
Yongfu Temple was built at the same time as Lingyan Temple about 1,600 years ago.
第一道山门。
But their layouts are quite different.
到了第2道山门。
Now let's go and have a look.
第3道山门。进寺庙上香之前，先洗一下手。
This diagram illustrates the process of burning incense. Most temples offer 3 incense sticks for free. Light it up!
这个烟雾是我们跟菩萨沟通的媒介，然后我们需要把它放在我们的额头顶端，然后在心中默念自己的愿望。
After making a wish, bow 3 times in clockwise direction towards the 4 cardinal directions. Finally, insert the incense stick into the incense burner.
对，茶园旁边又有一个小楼梯，小楼梯上就是从那个茶室穿过去，茶室旁边有个楼梯，你上去以后就是饭奈堂。
As I walked up the mountain path, I discovered Buddhist temples hidden on different hill slopes. Most Chinese temples emphasize symmetry, but Yongfu Temple follows the principle of natural harmony. Moving moments often happen in unexpected instants. As I gazed back through this door, it seemed like I saw the dividing line between the mortal world and the other shore.
现在我们继续往山上走，前往第3个寺庙，然后我会体验一个非常有意思的仪式——抽签。走吧。走到这里，山就很陡峭了，然后人也开始气喘吁吁。太累了，来亭子里稍作休息。 这个庙太陡了，几乎是垂直上下。我们抽签的地方到喽，就在这里面。
The deity consulted here is Lu Dongbin. First, you need to meditate on your question, then draw a fortune stick. Interestingly, instead of directly telling you whether it's good or bad, it tells you a story. Through this story, you can comprehend the trends of the future.
3世前，箱子得道。箱子指的是含箱子，是说我所求的事情就跟含箱子得到呈现的过程，然后需要经历一番的刻苦的努力才能够得逞。
In Hangzhou, just as ancient as the temples are the tea plantations. Next, I'm going to visit a village where they grow tea.
这个种茶的小村落真的是走在这里特别的放松，特别的惬意，有农田，然后还有他们的菜地，有流水，特别的充满生活气息。夕阳下，我走在这个小村庄，没有喧嚣，只有漫山遍野的茶田和日落而归的人们。
对不对？
这是刚摘的吗？
哎，我自己做的。
哦，
我这都是用有机比的。
那个老伯说，那个茶叶是他自己自制的有机的茶叶。又遇到一位在割茶叶的老伯。清明节已经把茶叶割了吗？怎么这边还是这么绿呢？
清明左右把它割掉的，但2个月后长出来又把它割掉，为什么？增加它的密度。10月份还要一次，10月份又要一次。
The villagers are all very friendly. The clean paths and the crisp sound of flowing water give me a sense of relaxation that is completely different from the outside world.
茶叶里面竟然有金铃子的叫声。杭州这边蛇比较多，所以我还是有点害怕。哇！
Keep walking along the pond. There's a reservoir ahead.
就在这个茶山的边上，竟然有一个市集。我们走进去看一下，观察的咖啡景观味，特别的有艺术气息。这个市集真的是太棒了。
Along the way, I saw elderly farmers returning from their fields, children doing their homework, and smiling vendor. I found a tea stall and sat down.
我的身后就是这个茶田。
It's the perfect place to just zone out and watch the clouds. As night deepens, the market grows livelier. But looking at the mackerel sky in the evening, it might rain tomorrow. Sure enough, it's raining today. In Hangzhou, there's a saying that West Lake in sunshine is not as beautiful as West Lake in rain. I wonder if there will be any surprises today. Listening to the rain outdoors is a very healing experience.
雨下了之后，这边就水面上泛起了一层白色的烟雾，就看着越发的朦胧，然后有那种仙气缭绕的感觉。走在这里，就听着这种小鸭子的叫声呀，然后雨点滴落的声音呀，还有水鸟的叫声，就感觉很治愈。现在雨停了，然后我打算从毛家埠出来，继续围着西湖骑行。来西湖玩的话呢，我最推荐一个是骑自行车，一个是坐摇橹船，因为西湖里面有很多比较隐秘的水域，坐船的话呢就很容易到达。雨停之后有点出太阳，现在我来到了下一个景点武状元坊。
After the rain stopped, the number of tourists increased, and many people came here to escape the heat.
这个小茅屋是中国元代的著名画家黄公望以前住过的一个草堂，在这样的地方画出来的画，可能就应该是《富春山居图》那个样子的。中国画讲可行可望可游可居，其实西湖的山水也是如此。
At dusk, I rode along Yangon Causeway and arrived at a small island in West Lake.
山公园是西湖最著名的景点之一，晚上这边的行人很多，然后温度也比较适宜，在这边乘凉，而且这边的话也是一个赏月的好地方。
After exploring classical Hangzhou, I'm going to stroll through modern Hangzhou tomorrow.
站在这里看这种旧城改造，就特别像是不同时代的一个剖面。
I found an old street that still preserves its appearance from the 1960s and 1970s. Today, I've invited a local Mr. Meng to explore it together.
这个是钉螺吗？螺丝，这是就在河道里面捡的吗？200年了，这个房子。我跟你妈子，我已经8代人了已经。
The old man said his house has been standing for 100 years and has been home to 8 generations. In the past, Hangzhou was crisscrossed with a dense network of waterways. People lived along the rivers and traveled by boat. Sandan used to be a commercial hub where people from surrounding areas came to buy and sell goods.
现在在这边有一个老的照相馆，然后可以看到这边全都是。这是个啥厂？
原先的房产开发公司。
哦，房产开发公司。
银行市。
哦。
什么的建设。
Opposite the bridge stands a grain and oil warehouse built 100 years ago, which has now been converted into an art center. Some old houses are still under renovation. This place turns out to be a collection of buildings from different eras.
这是什么时候建的？
专拱的，那应该是50、60年代。
哎呀，好好看呀！这个
砖砌的，你看。
我
们切砖的时候的砂浆。不知道为什么要这样做。
在三根老街新诞生的这个艺术中心，我觉得没有那种就是艺术中心常有的那种高高在上的感觉，反倒是觉得很舒服、很亲切。这些斑驳的墙、褪色的砖。都有一种老物件的温润感，觉得他们是有感情的。
After bidding farewell to Uncle Meng, I approached a grocery store.
你好，那个有菜单吗？哦，好，我自己看，谢谢。刚刚店员小姐姐送给了我一个店铺的礼物，打开看一下。一个手工的杯垫。站在这里看这种旧城改造，就特别像是不同时代的一个剖面。50、60年代的老房子，这一片就是现在2000年以后的这些新的楼房，而这个对面这个新的区域，就是老建筑改造之后的一个全新的空间。
In many cities in China, old traces are unconsciously erased. Sandan, Old Street is like a small museum, recording the traces of changes. In the past, Hangzhou was a city of gardens, but now it has become a city of the internet.
我现在在杭州一个数字主题的街区，一会呢会有机器人的表演。好吓人！
啊，你怎么比我高呢？
Kissy face into your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real.
This is an AI experience center, but they said it's fully booked today. I went to another place where they used VR technology to reproduce a Dunhuang cave.
据说上楼有敦煌洞窟的 VR 实景体验，然后我们上去看一下。
有一个是敦煌285，对，还有一个是一梦入大唐。可以看到，就是当时贞观之治那个时候，我们选取一些经典的片段。
然后要30几分钟是吧？
对，它全场巡映式的。
另外一个是15分钟，就是在窟里面看一下。
对，在一个洞窟里面看壁画。
哦。
看得清吗？
看得清，有一个星空是吧？我看到了。
这个是右手，然后它有2个互动环节。第一个是击鼓环节，就这么上下晃动，什么键都不用摁。后面观察闭环，按右手这颗扳机键。
是左手。
对，你要握下面，因为要摁键。
I've been to Dunhuang before, but I haven't experienced the VR exhibition yet. Let's see how realistic it is.
超级还原，效果特别好。刚刚我先是在一个西域古国的战场上，然后看到菩萨从天上降临，然后后来我又来到了天空之中，然后看到雷神的音乐，然后让我们拿着那个鼓槌跟伴着雷神的音乐一起击鼓。然后后来我又来到了这个莫高窟的窟内，然后能够非常近距离的悬在半空之中来看这个壁画，然后而且你一点感觉就是它在你的面前来观看窟内的细节，你需要蹲下去，然后看到里面的小佛龛是什么样子的。一定要来看这个 VR 展，超沉浸，超还原。杭州的行程到此就结束了。关于杭州，你还有什么想知道的，可以给我留言评论。下一期我将前往武当山，看看中国的道士是如何修仙的。